What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing our monthly update to the top 5 most overpowered cards that you can buy in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. This is something that we have done every single month since October 2018. Yes, the very start of NBA 2K19 was when we started this, and we are still going. So as always, the criteria is going to be the same. For a card, in my opinion, to be purchasable, you must be able to either A, buy it from the auction house, or B, get the card from locking in cards in the auction house. So for example, when we're looking at reward cards, there's no point looking there, but like say for example, an Antoine Jameson's not eligible, a Dwayne Wade's not eligible, Kawhi Leonard isn't eligible, Dame isn't I don't believe Dame is eligible. If you want to say Dame should be eligible because you can buy 2,000 cards, he's not a lock-in set in my opinion, so I'm not counting it. But guys that are eligible, for example, are Hondo, Gervin, Wilt. Those guys are eligible for this list. So anyway, as you guys know, I don't really have many of these cards, so we're going on to the great 2KDB website to go over all of these cards. So we got our lineup right here. So let's having a look at our point guard position. We're going to do it by primary position as well. So by primary point guards, I think there's one card that is unanimous in terms of purchasable cards. I think Lonzo Ball is the unanimous decision because it is very much preference after Lonzo, but I don't think anyone's not going to have Lonzo. So Lonzo has got Lonzo Base, Lonzo Upper, which is from like 2K18, but it's such a nice release. Like he had set shot 9. I don't know. I think they still gave him. He's okay. Oh wait. They changed the release on all the Lonzo balls. But basically, he used to have set shot 9, which was awful, and now at least they gave him his like old release from rookie Lonzo Ball. It's funny. He's wearing like the original ZO2s, which never actually saw the light of day in this picture here. But great behind the back for current gen, great escape for next gen. He's got Showtime dunks, basically unbelievable dunks. The guy's a 6'9" wingspan. He's got gold range, hot flexible release, which is huge. Also got like goal catch and shoot. Yeah, you probably need to give him dead eye, and if you're on next gen, you kind of need to give him steady. But he's got gold Showtime, dunks and everybody, 94 speed, elite defense, obviously elite length, half clamps, half quick first step, half stop and go. He's got half interceptor, obviously 90 dunk. The guy has got everything. 60 shot IQ, 30 intangibles. That is always a good sign. And if you're looking at tendencies, 96 on ball, 95 pass interception, which are incredible. He's not going to defensively be... he's maybe not going to be defensively Gary Payton, but a lot of people would say he's actually better than Payton. I think overall he's a lot better than Gary Payton. I think he's probably the best point guard in this game in general. So number 2, there are a lot of guys. Honestly, there are a lot of guys. Personally, I believe that Colin Sexton's better than Kyrie. I'm going to say that right now. Another player that you're going to see is Ben Simmons. A lot of people are going to say Ben Simmons is their number 2. For me personally, badged up Bonga just because of his versatility. And I think as time goes on, people will realize just how good badged up Bonga is. Because not only can he shoot the 3 ball, I actually really like this release, by the way. Not only can he shoot the 3 ball, the guy can curry slide. He's got Showtime with Showtime dunks. He can 80 interior, so he doesn't get post spin that easily, and he can get a lot of post move lockdown badges. He can get range. He can get a few shooting badges. I know you can only put 3 badges on him, but if you put post spin technician on him, he can't get drop step. If you put post spin technician, post move lockdown, and range extender on him, he's purely without doubt one of the best point guards in the game. He's like a much better Magic Johnson. So for me, Bonga is my number 2. But I'm going to just put Simmons in here because I know if I put Bonga at number 2, it is going to cause an absolute, it will cause more carnage than my Nick Batum plays better for me than Kobe Bryant to take from 2K20. So Simmons in at number 2. Simmons can't shoot the ball, but my God, is he dominant. Like most people in 250K said it. The player that they lost to, if you're looking at the top players in the world, it was Ben Simmons cheesing. Ben Simmons is borderline unstoppable. Like the best player in the game at that point guard position. Like if you basically have to put Ben Simmons, your center on Ben Simmons. The only people that can guard him is like Hakeem. Is that maybe AD, maybe LeBron, but he's borderline unguardable. Primary point guards, the best one to guard him is Bonga, without doubt, and then followed by Lonzo. But the whole thing is that like if you end up switching your center onto him and you've got a bunch of good players around him, you can just matchup cheese. So you're going to see a lot of Bongas on the end of people's benches just to match up to Simmons for in future. But man, Simmons is one of the best defensive point guards in the game without doubt. I get it, he's only got gold clamps, but trust me, that unbelievable length and that unbelievable speed with those defensive stats, he's going to clamp up everybody. He's got that half showtime. Like, he's hard to stop. He is. All I'm going to say is the guy is hard to stop. It is not easy at all to stop Simmons. So he's going into the point guard position. 2 guard, in my opinion, it's a tough one, because when we're talking about, there's 3. Like, there are 3 options, and if you go with any 2 of the 3, I'm not going to complain. Those 3 options are John Havlicek, Tracy McGrady, and Jordan. 3 of these guys. For me, Havlicek, T-Mac. But Michael Jordan is really good as well. Michael Jordan's the best defense of them all. And yeah, I get he's got half clamps. And you're looking tendencies, and like some people have 100 tendencies. It doesn't look that much different than some other players. But Jordan and Kawhi, they both have like signature defensive animations. And Jordan's are insane. There's a reason why Jordan feels like he gets more bumpy than everybody else. So Jordan, especially on current gen. On next gen, I don't believe Jordan's as good as he is on current gen. But he's got like 95 perimeter defense. It's insane stats. He's got goal range, half quick first step, half clamps, half hard pressure. And this guy on current gen with Curry slide, Pro 3, and all the good dunk animations, it's unbelievable. Only problem is that the Michael Jordan layup package, it's either the best or the worst. When you don't trigger a dunk with Michael Jordan, you either get swatted or you trigger some absolutely crazy animation and it's unblockable. So it's a weird one. I'm not going to say it's good, not going to say it's bad. Then there's Tracy McGrady. T-Mac, half showtime, half range, half clamps. He can get blinders now. He's at the Pro 1 escape, which is almost good as Pro 2 on next gen. Current gen, he's also got extra length on Jordan. He's not the defensive player Jordan, I will say that. But offensively, he's the best tall 2 guard in the game on offense. He's the best tall wing in the game on offense on current gen, and he's still exceptional on next gen. Then Hondo's like better, way better Dwayne Wade. That's the only way I can describe him. He is way better Wade. Got all the Showtime dunks. He's got Pro 2 behind the back, base 98 on quick. Only player in the game with base 98 on quick. He's got the Pro 2 behind the back, which is okay. Pro 2 crossover is really good. He has also got, like, just look at these stats. Insane defense, half clamps, half hard crusher, half range, half hot zone hunter, 95 3 ball. Like, I think that if we don't see anyone like much better than this guy before 250k, I think you're going to see him in about 80% of the 250k lineups for the actual tournament. I think most people that I know that are playing in it have either locked him in already or they're kind of holding out. They're holding out and waiting a little bit for John Havlicek, but like there's a reason why most of the best players in the world, if they were to run their ideal team, they would have John Havlicek in there because he's very, very much a spectacular card. And he's good on both gens. He is good on both gens, can't lie. Although I will say on current gen, Jordan maybe is in the conversation. I think on next gen, these 2 guys are a lot better. So yeah, but Kawhi is better than all of them. Just a heads up. So we have got Hondo. Kawhi is no question the best 2 guard in the game. You just can't buy him. Kawhi, both gens, God tier. And we're going Tracy McGrady. So yeah, that is our point guard and our 2 guard position sorted. Small forward. So this one was tricky. I think if you're looking at small forward, there's a lot of really good small forwards here, like Terry and Jack. But most of the guys that people run a small forward are actually power forwards or 2 guards. So like for me, the no-brainer decision at number 1 is Granger. Like even if you're looking at the rest of these cards, like Kevin Durant is in that conversation. But for me, it's an absolute no-brainer that Granger is in the list. Granger, half range extender. He's 6'9", 2 guard, got elite length. Yeah, I get it. His The defense stats aren't great, but like just look, goal interceptor at 6'9" with 7'1" wingspan, half range, half flexible, dunks it on people. Like yeah, he gets Showtime dunks. You need to put Showtime on him, but like again, it's not the biggest deal in the world if you're on next. And if you're on next gen, he's just unbelievable. Like he's almost as good overall. He came at the same day as AD. I'm telling you, he's almost as good on next gen overall as AD. So Granger, without doubt. But then when we're looking at the other small forwards, like you can buy, it's a tough one. Like it really is a tough one, because for me, it's between a number 2, Paul George, and Jimmy Butler. And I think I'm going to give the edge to Jimmy. Jimmy is literally like worse Michael Jordan. Like, a lot of people are going to say he's worse Kawhi Leonard, but I think there's like levels to it, because he's quite a lot worse than Kawhi. Kawhi is just better Jordan. Jordan is just better Jimmy. So, like, there are levels to it. Like 92 speed, great defense. That's gold clamps. He's got gold range extender, Curry slide, base 22 and quick, which is really good. Pro 7 cross, Pro 1 behind the back, Showtime dunks. He's got gold Showtime, 93 ball, 90 driving dunk. Like if you compare Jimmy Butler to Jordan, I wish you could put 3 comparisons next to next, or side to side. But like Jordan is just, they got very similar animations. Jordan is just better than Jimmy. But then at the same time, Kawhi is just a better version of Jordan. Kawhi is just better than Jordan. Even though, trust me, Jordan has more stats and more, or same Hall of Fame badges. I am telling you, 15 of those stats are in shot IQ. Jordan is not as good as Kawhi Leonard. I'm telling you that. So it's basically a thing where they all do the exact same job, Kawhi, Jordan, and Jimmy, but Kawhi is obviously the best, Jordan second best, Jimmy Butler third best. If I could put Michael Jordan in here at small forward, and if he was a primary small forward, he would be on this list. But the primary small forward position in terms of cards you can buy is kind of weak. I cannot lie. There's a few good ones, but a lot of the great small forwards you see people using are 2 guards. Then at the power forward position, there's one very, very obvious one again. Like it's an absolute no-brainer that LeBron James is going in here. Like LeBron James is insane. Both gens. Way better on next gen though. Like he's insane on both gens, but way better on next gen. Like 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 93 ball. He's got a 95 driving dunk, 93 perimeter defense, 96 lateral quickness. He can curry on next gen. LeBron releases great on next gen, bad on current gen. He's got half Showtime dunks. Oh, sorry, only gold Showtime dunks. He's got gold clamps, feels like it's half tendencies. Again, really good on ball steal and pass interception tendencies. He's got gold clamps, half intimidator, half heart crusher. The guy's a beast. The guy's an absolute beast. But at number 2, like, there are so many. There are so many you can choose from. Like, even if you say even someone like AK, I don't know if you can be objectively wrong with AK. But for me, I think number 2 is between 2 guys, and it all depends on play style. Carmelo Anthony versus Giannis Antetokounmpo. If you're a defensive player and you want someone to kind of run up and down the floor, block a bunch of shots and just play elite level defense, Giannis is that dude. If you want a shooter, especially if you are on next gen and you just want an absolute sniper who's not going to miss for an entire game, Melo is that guy with his blinders, gold range, and his elite defense. So for me, I always say that Melo is just the lower version of LeBron. On next gen, I think you can make an argument depending on what you need the card for that Melo is better than LeBron, but it's a tough one. It's actually a really, really tough one here, because I would take Carmelo Anthony, but I know most people would take Giannis, and they're moderately similar price. Like I think Giannis is, like, they're very similar price as well. It all depends on play style and what you need your power forward to do. I would rather have Melo. I know most people would rather have Giannis, so I'm going to put Giannis, absolute god tier defender, god tier dunker in here, and just a cheese ball. There's no other way to describe it. Now we are on to the last position. And the last position is the most obvious position of all of these cards. Like, I got to admit, Jack Sikman that came out today is great. Boogie's exceptional. Dino Raja, one of my favorite cards in the game. But, like, how you can argue against Anthony Davis and Hakeem Olajuwon? I think Hakeem is going to have more longevity. And let me explain why. Anthony Davis, 6'10", 7'5" wingspan. Like, yeah, he's got, again, some really, really good badges. He's super fast. And, like, a lot of people right now are saying Hakeem and AD are very, very comparable. But the one thing that I think Hakeem has over Anthony Davis is just defense and player build. Like, you got half clamps on Hakeem, and I think both of these guys can shoot. AD is a better release. They both have almost identical shooting stats, and they both have almost identical speed, defense. Like, their stats, literally just one total stat difference. Badges wise, AD has one more. I believe Hakeem has a lot of, that's kind of similar badges. Obviously, you got half quick first step on AD compared to Hakeem. Like, it's literally, it's preference. It is preference which one of these guys you prefer. But I have a weird feeling that Yao Ming is coming out very soon. And I think when Yao Ming comes out, you're going to see a lot of Yao Ming cheesers inside. And I think Hakeem does a much better job of that. And I also think Hakeem's longevity is better, because if it does turn out that we get, for example, a range extender Shaq who's just playing bully ball, like, AD is going to get bullied inside a lot more than Hakeem's going to get bullied inside. We have to look, I'm just looking at it from the position of last year. Like, this AD reminds me a lot of the Opal AD, the collection award one, but Hakeem Olajuwon, his Opal, even his first Opal, kind of stood the test of time better. And when we're talking about NBA's back AD versus GOAT Hakeem, I think in the land of the Yao Mings last year and the land of them he got, I think I would have taken Hakeem over AD. But again, it's a really, really close one. And these are without doubt 1 and 2. Sigma, I mean, you can definitely argue, if you want to pick and pop big right now, today, that Jack Sigma belongs on this list. But I'm telling you, in terms of longevity, Sigma does not have the longevity. As soon as point centers become a thing, Sigma's done. Trust me, like, Sigma does not have that long in the limelight, but Sigma's great. Sigma's great. He's in here as a close third. Yeah, he's probably in here as a close third. Because you can't argue Boogie over Hakeem. You can argue Sigma over both of these guys if he suits your style. So yeah, that is pretty much it. In my opinion, these are the top 2 most overpowered cards in each position. Again, the more I think about it, the wording of overpowered, yeah, Simmons definitely belongs on this list, because, man, Simmons in the right hands, if you are playing against someone who knows how to use Simmons, while simultaneously not having anyone in your team that can guard Simmons, like a Bonga or Alonzo, you're doomed. You're doomed. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.